Only 17 men have ever won the Mr. Olympia title since 1965. Only one of them worked midnight shifts arresting criminals while his competitors were sleeping. This statistical impossibility challenges everything we believe about success. What does this tell us about human potential? His unlikely journey from a police station to the world stage reveals a truth about achievement that most motivational speakers never mention. And it might be exactly what you need to hear right now. The Arlington Police Department parking lot sat empty at 3 a.m. Most officers went home after their shift, but one walked straight to the gym. His name tag read Coleman. No sponsors waited for him, no cheering crowd. Just barbells, dumbbells, and the same routine he'd followed for years. 12-hour shifts, arrests, paperwork, then iron. He'd unclip his duty belt, still wearing parts of his uniform, and load 405 pounds onto the bar. Yet he'd bench that weight after double shifts. His meal prep happened in the squad car between calls, chicken, rice, and broccoli from Tupperware containers. While other bodybuilders slept 8 hours, he sometimes got 3. His colleagues ate fast food, but he carried 6 meals in a cooler. The gym mirrors showed the cost. Dark circles under his eyes, hands calloused from both handcuffs and barbells. His body begged for rest, but his mind had one rule: never miss a workout. Not after nighttime patrols, not after processing suspects. When the alarm went off at 5 p.m. for night shift, he'd already have trained legs that morning. Dead last at the 1992 Mr. Olympia, Ronnie Coleman stood on stage surrounded by athletes who outweighed him by 30 pounds of pure mass. The judges barely glanced his way. In an era where size trumped symmetry, his natural physique couldn't compete with the chemical-enhanced giants. He drove back to Texas with 2 things: his police badge and a mental snapshot of every competitor who'd outplaced him. That's when the real work began. Instead of quitting, Coleman studied his weaknesses in Metroflex Gym's fractured mirrors. Lagging calves, narrower back. Science shows failure triggers a neural shift in elite athletes. For Coleman, last place flipped a switch. He stopped just training hard and started training smart. Leg days doubled from once to twice weekly. Squats went from heavy to brutal. 800 pounds for reps after night shifts. He attacked his back with weighted pull-ups until his grip failed. The cop who once struggled to stand out now outworked everyone. Research confirms that setbacks force champions to rewire their approach. Coleman didn't just add weight. He perfected lifts most pros avoided. Stiff-legged deadlifts with 500 pounds. Incline benches with 405. By 1995, the same judges saw a different man. Thick striations where there'd once been smooth muscle. Shoulders so capped they cast shadows. That last place finish wasn't an ending. It was the blueprint. Coleman didn't just improve, he rebuilt his entire structure, rep by rep, while working full-time in uniform. The same hands that wrote speeding tickets were now hoisting the Sandow Trophy. 3 years after being overlooked, he walked onto the Olympia stage and dominated. The man who'd once been too small now dwarfed the competition. Not with shortcuts, but with relentless adjustments. That's how last place becomes a dynasty. 8 Mr. Olympia titles, 26 pro wins. Every trophy was earned in empty gyms after midnight shifts, built on a foundation of last place finishes and relentless work. His legacy isn't about genetics or shortcuts, it's about outworking everyone else, even when you're exhausted. While others relied on talent alone, he showed up. When judges ignored him, he trained harder. That's the lesson here. Obsession beats talent when talent gets lazy. Next time you think about skipping a workout, remember the cop who lifted after 12-hour shifts, who turned dead last into first place. No excuses, just work. If that hit you, subscribe for more stories that show what real greatness looks like. This is Iron Beast Warrior. We don't chase hype, we chase legacy.